hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go out.
Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I Frankenplan. This is the very first time for me. I've never done this before, but I've been very intrigued about all the videos I've been watching and how everything is just all in one place. So I have decided to try it out myself. So I'm going to be using this planner. I love the cover for it, so that's gonna be the one I'm gonna go with, as well as the rings. The rings are goldish color, which I love. And I'm going to be putting this planner inside this planner cover, which is Happy Planner cover. It's a leather cover. It has little bubbles on it. I've had this for a while. I'm not sure if it's available to purchase. I will link anything that I can in a description for you if you want to check out any of the stuff. So I'm going to be combining several planners. So I have a vertical, I have a horizontal, I have a color block, a checklist, and then I have a whole bunch of ones that I got from Etsy as printables over the years, and I'm also going to be using some pages from the Daily Grind Planner as well. So just trying to kind of create all the different areas in the planner that I'm going to be needing to plan for the year. I have shared recently all my planners that I'm going to be using in depth and went through all of them, showed everything what they looked like. So I will link that video up in the sky for you if you want to check that out. Also going to be adding a couple odds and ends to the planner, like the dividers. Now I did make dividers myself. They are, well, I've gave a try to make them out of Dollar Tree cutting board, the clear cutting boards, but I struggled. So then I picked up a bristle board, vellum bristle board, and that seemed to have worked a little bit better. I'm also going to be taking stuff out of my old fitness planner. So here are all the covers I'm going to be using, well, dividers I'm going to be using. So they're clear vellum dividers. I'm going to have some top tabs and some side tabs as well. And this is the cutting board mat that I was trying to cut out using my Cricut. I watched a video. It went really easy for the lady. I don't know if my knife blade is too dull, but I couldn't get it cut through. I went over it 20 times and it just wouldn't. So the vellum, it took two cuts with a fine blade and it did it for me. So I was quite happy with the way the top tabs turned out, and all of these are available on your Cricut subscription, all the top tabs, sidebars, and all that stuff. So if you have a Cricut, you can easily find it in the Cricut Access under a classic Happy Planner. That's all I searched for, and that's where I found all of them. So I'm going to have sidebars for all the different planners that I'm using, and then the top tabs are going to be for my monthly, weekly, and daily kind of divisions in up there. So just to kind of keep those things accessible easily once I get into the section that I'm working in when I'm planning. Then I also have a couple pocket, well, actually just one pocket section to add. This came from one of the older planners. And then I also just bought some of these notepads. I'm not sure whether they're gonna go, if I'm going to cut them out with my little Happy Planner punch, or if I'm going to just add them to the sleeve of the folder that the planner is going to be sitting in. That's all going to be decided. And you know, whatever you create now, I might change it out later on if it's not working and all this stuff. That's why I love working with Happy Planners or like a discbound planner, because you can add stuff, remove stuff as you please. You're never really stuck in one book kind of thing. So I did create some perpetual calendars. So I'm going to be using these. Now, I did not print them on a heavier paper, which I will probably do that later. I just kind of wanted to figure out what exactly I'm going to be using, kind of go through it for a month or two before I decide and commit on spending more money on the paper. So over here I have my fitness planner, as well as a fitness planner that I printed from Etsy. I have meal planning sheets that are printed from Etsy, and then I also have the Fly Lady system that I'm going to be using that I've printed from Etsy. The goal planner, which is the daily grind planner, I had an older version of it, which was a ring, like a coil. So I took it apart, took out the pages that I haven't used, and I'm going to add them to the planner. I'm just have to cut them and punch them before I start using the new planners. It's kind of nice because it wasn't it's not dated, so you can do that. I have some covers too that I was considering using, but I decided that that wasn't what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to take this apart and just leave January in here, and the front cover and the back cover.
We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas time.
Oh, and I was wondering where my income tracker went. I created this income tracker just because I have so many different areas that I get income from, and this will help me track it all in one place. And I knew I created it, but I wasn't sure where I've placed it. I also did get some hourlies, which I did not share in this video because I completely forgot about them. So I am using them now, and I'm going to be adding them into my catch-all planner under each week. So I'm going to be writing out each section in here, just because, like I said, I'm not committing 100% to each section yet, before I do like a permanent thing with a Cricut or a label maker. And I'm using one of these whiteboard markers, but they're the smudge free ones where you actually need liquid to remove them. They will not smudge off with your hand. I use them on my whiteboards all the time, and I love it because I can write without smudging whatever I've written already down. So I do love that idea. So I'm going to write out all of my sections here, and then I'm going to also write out the top sections as I go. So I am going to add the section, each individual section, as I'm working on it. So this section will be for my body business, and I am using the checklist happy planner, and I'm also going to keep the perpetual calendar here as well. I am just going to kind of combine the extra calendar pages that came in this planner, because they're kind of, so I'm going to remove some, like I think there's and then I'm going to just combine these pages together, so that way I can use the perpetual calendar. I'm just going to put a little clip, and then I'm going to put a more of a better clip later on, so it holds the pages together. The one that I'm adding is just a magnet clip, and it kept falling off on me.
We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling.
Now I'm going to move on to another section, and this one will be my YouTube planner. And for this one, I am using a horizontal setup. Last year I used the dashboard setup, but I was finding that the left side of the dashboard I wasn't utilizing at all. So then I wanted to find that Simply layout, I think it was called, that's only exclusive to Walmart, but our Walmart did not have any planners at all. So I thought that dashboard, the horizontal, will probably work just as well, because there's no wasted space. I'm not sure. I've never worked with a horizontal planner, so I'm not 100% sure that for YouTube that I'm going to like that, but we'll give it a try. So that's gonna be my next section. So in this planner, I'm going to add my perpetual calendar that I made, and I just made this on Canva. I can include a free printable if you are interested in using it yourself in the description box. It's not perfect, but it is what I was kind of looking for, just a lot of space to write, not necessarily dated, but a lot of space to write underneath each month. This will I will be using this in a way as kind of to write down ideas for future videos that I am planning on making, or just to give me ideas for monthly videos. Not something that I'm necessarily going to be making. I might make them, I might not. It's just almost like a monthly brain dump.
Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this.
Now, once I was done, I did see that I'm left with a blank page, and I think I'm going to add some fun saying or affirmation here. And now we are going to move into setting up my catch-all planner. So I am using the perpetual planner that came with the horizontal in here, and for my planner here I'm going to be using the colored boxes. This is an 18-month planner that I've been using since June, and I was originally using it for my body business planner, but I found that the checklist one might work a little bit better here than the other one. And I do like the idea of the color blocking for my catch-all planner. And I'm going to be using my catch-all planner for kind of everything related to family and my work, but I'm going to just use it minimal, just, maybe write down video, and then just so I know that I have a video to make or to publish on a certain day, but I'm not going to expand on it. That's where the individual planners are for the expansion. The perpetual planner I'm going to use for just kind of year at glance, birthdays, holidays, vacations, anything like that will go in there. And now for the front part of the planner, I thought I would use this for wellness and like overall wellness. So my goal planning, my goal setting, as well as my fitness planner will go right at the beginning. This is probably one of the areas where I will be going in daily, as well as the catch-all planner, whereas the other two are not going to be, I'm going to be visiting daily, but probably not planning a lot of daily stuff in there, whereas in the other two I will be continuously going in there every day and tracking stuff and writing stuff down. I am also going to be adding my meal planner in this section, and I have a monthly one, weekly one, and daily one, and I'm going to be using daily one as a form of tracking food for myself that I'm eating, because I have been on a kind of a wellness fitness journey for a while, and I am finding hard to track my food on my phone. I prefer to write it out, and I think if I meal plan ahead of time and write it all out and then just move stuff around if I don't eat it, it might be easier for me to track. Now, this fitness planner I've used for a couple years now, and I never truly kind of finish it, so I'm going to be taking some pages out and reusing them in this one. The little kind of like not a mood board, but what would you call it? This board that I made, kind of inspirational board. I made this several years, and I feel like it's still fitting, so I always use it year after year. I'm also going to add some tracking sheet in here. Then I did find a reading log, which I thought was kind of neat to add as well, which I will add right at the beginning of my planner, but I'm gonna do that a little later because I still want to create a bookshelf kind of page to add as well. So in part of my wellness fitness one, I'm going to add my monthly weight track, my daily weight tracking. I am one of those people that weighs herself daily, so I like to track that, monthly weight tracker, and then I have a couple challenge pages that I'm going to add for any challenges that I'm going to be doing, just to mark it off. And then I'm also I want to add a monthly calendar in here, and then as well as weekly spread, which I'm going to be using to track my workouts and also do maybe just some habit tracking and some affirmations or things like that. That's how I was using it before, and it did seem to work for the weekly. The only thing that I was kind of not doing very well in the space provided was food tracking, so that's why I had moved that into a different area.
And having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the January. Doesn't matter, it's Christmas in my heart. This Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, dance, dance. Come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance. Have a good time. Dance, dance. All night long, we're gonna dance, dance. And have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling.
So over here for the meal planner, I'm going to add, I found a divider that says meal plan, so I wanted to add that in here. And now I'm going to set up my goal planning part of the planner, and I'm just cutting those sheets down to add them to it. There's a month in review, and then I have 1 week in there, or 1 day of the week in there. I'm going to add more off camera, and then just adding the divider in here. And then once I finish labeling this divider, I'm going to be adding the top tabs. And like I said, the top tabs are going to contain the date that I'm working on, the month, and then anything else that I see important, but pretty much just to the month and then to the week or the day that I'm working on, depending on where I'm at in the planner. Now to the back, I did run out of the side tabs, so I just added a top tab. I did, however, at the end find a tab that I can add, a side tab that I can add that says to-do list. So I added that as well. So I'm going to be adding my Fly Lady system here, which is pretty much for my home cleaning. I just want to really get organized and follow the system because back when I had my life together, my house was spotless and it was clean, and I didn't feel like I was cleaning it all the time because I took it in little steps. So I want to really get back into that. That is going to be my goal for next year, is just to have a more be more at peace with my home cleaning than what I have been, because I feel like I just get so overwhelmed with all the tasks that I have, and then I don't get to do anything because the overwhelm just takes over. So I think this is it for my planner. So let's have a look on the inside. Oh, and I was going to add this reading log. I did already create, this is a couple days later, I created a bookshelf with just some books on it, and I'm going to put that in. I think I'm going to include that PDF down in a description box too if you want to use it yourself. So it's going to be, when you open it up, that's the first thing you're going to see is that bookshelf and then the reading log. So I'm just going to color in as I finish a book, and then in the reading log I'm going to write down the book that I have read. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use this section about the book details, but I included it, and we'll see how it goes. And this is the goal section now. So like I said, in here I have my month in review, and then my daily pages are going to go in here. And then we move on to my wellness or fitness planner. So I have my little board right when you open it up, the 30-day challenge that I'm going to be doing in January, my weight trackers. So I have my monthly and weekly weight tracking, and then I also have a daily one right here. Now in here, I'm going to have to switch out those dates because that's from last year, so I just have to get some date stickers. And then I have my weekly log as well as my daily meal planner. So like I said, I'm going to pre-record my eating for the day every day instead of recording it after, kind of thing, and then just try and follow the plan. I'm just trying out, see what works, what doesn't. So I had this thing upside down, and then in here I'm going to do my meal planner for the week as well as for the month. The month is going to just include dinners. The weekly will have all of my meals, and then I'll have dinners for the family. Then for my catch-all planner, the first thing I have is a perpetual calendar, and then we move into my monthly spread, and then my weekly spread. And what I forgot to add here, which I already did, are my hourlies. So I have an hourly calendar. So I decided to add this little folder in front of my YouTube planner, and again I have my perpetual calendar, so this one's going to be linked as well in the description box if you want to use it. And then I have my monthly and then my weekly spread here, and I hope I like this setup but like I said, we'll see. And now we move on to my beach body or body setup. Same thing, monthly, weekly, and I did add a perpetual calendar in there as well, just so I have something to pre-plan if I'm running free groups or if I have an idea for a challenge or things like that. And then at the end, I have my income tracker sheets, and then my home or my to-do list goes in here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, I would love it if you subscribe and become part of my YouTube family. I would also like to know what your plans are for the next year. Do you use a Frankenplanner? I'm excited to give this a try because I think it's a lot easier to handle day to day when everything is all in one. And having the perpetual calendars in front, I can do all my monthly pre-planning or writing things down as for the future months, and then just transferring everything to the monthly will really work. I am going to take this into a folder right now and then just add a few things. So I'm just gonna leave my talking here. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if you did, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks so much for watching.